Welcome back again to the Portland Regional Chamber's video newsletter, Portland Region's Community News. This segment will give insight into what's happening in our communities and how you can get involved. We've been getting great feedback on our new video format, and we hope you're enjoying it too. The town of Falmouth held their 2013 Legislative Forum at Falmouth Town Hall on November 12th. Representatives Mark Dion, Mary Nelson, Stephen Moriarty, and Senator Dick Woodbury offered their views of key issues facing this legislative session. Town Manager Nathan Poore and Chris Hall, CEO of the Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce, were also in attendance. On October 30th, Bangor Savings Bank in Falmouth opened their doors for a Falmouth, Cumberland Community Chamber Business After 5. The FCC also announced that they now have an active Facebook page where Falmouth Cumberland member businesses are welcome to post their announcements and events. Check them out on Facebook. Just search for Falmouth Cumberland Community Chamber to join in the conversation. The Falmouth Cumberland Community Chamber's next Business After 5 will take place at Family Ice in Falmouth on December 18th. You can register online at portlandregion.com. Just look for our annual calendar. On November 6th, the Portland Community Chamber of Commerce welcomed John Leonard, President and CEO of MEMIC, to the stage. John discussed how MEMIC has helped to solve one of Maine's biggest public problems while blossoming into an insurance powerhouse with nearly $1 billion in assets and offices up and down the East Coast. Our community corner features Gary's House, which provides safe, comfortable, and affordable lodging for the family members of hospitalized patients of any age. Located in a federal-style home in Portland's historic West End, Gary's House is a program of Mercy Health System, a member of EMHS, but welcomes families from any area hospital. On December 4th, we'll welcome Mary Mayhew, Commissioner of DHHS, to Eggs and Issues. She will discuss the growth in enrollment, the rising costs, and loss of federal funds. She will outline the areas of concern, the challenges the programs face, and the initiatives being taken to create accountability, effectiveness, and efficiency. She'll also explain why Maine is not expanding Medicaid under the federal government's Affordable Care Act. The Portland Community Chamber was not a party to the lawsuit by the group seeking to halt the Westin Hotel Congress Square Plaza land transaction, but we are interested in the outcome. As you know, for months the Chamber advocated at City Hall in favor of the sale and its promised improvements to the downtown. An opposition group sued the city, and the group has just gotten court approval to circulate petitions for a 2014 citywide referendum initiative. The referendum, if it gets the required 1,500 valid signatures, would go to the voters next fall. It proposes two things. It would create a high bar, 8 of 9 councilors voting affirmative, or a citywide vote, for future city attempts to sell public property. It would also apply that new standard to the transaction wherein the City Council has already approved a purchase and sale agreement with the Westin for part of Congress Square Plaza. Although the Chamber sees no emerging trend towards city-owned land being indiscriminately liquidated, we welcome public discourse about public property transactions, and we would naturally formulate a policy position on the issue. However, the referendum's second provision would apply retroactively to an existing agreement that was fairly negotiated and signed by the city and the Westin. This retroactive provision makes the referendum a non-starter because it would be a breach of faith, and it would violate principles of good business practices. The hotel's $40 million renovation is almost complete, with an expected December 12th ribbon cutting. Construction of the new center on the acquired land is planned for next year. It's still unclear whether or how the referendum will affect the event center's construction schedule. In early September, the South Portland Cape Elizabeth Community Board held its annual retreat at the PROPEL Club in Cape Elizabeth. One of the priorities for the future in the South Portland Cape Elizabeth Board is to strengthen their ties with community partners like the local land trust, Long Creek Watershed, South Portland Cape Elizabeth Buy Local, the municipalities, schools, and any other partner who have similar goals of making the region the best it can be. The SPCE Community Chamber continues to promote its local businesses through our Facebook page. Their emphasis will be on supporting supporting all businesses and partners in the community. If you have not yet liked the South Portland Cape Elizabeth Community Chamber on Facebook, please do. Just search for South Portland Cape Elizabeth Community Chamber and join in the conversation. The SPCE board meets on the second Thursday of each month at noon at Evergreen Credit Union on Broadway in South Portland. And they still have a few vacancies on the board. If you're interested in serving, please contact Linda Cohen at lcohen@maine.rr.com. On October 24th, the South Portland Cape Elizabeth Community Chamber sponsored a City Council Candidates Forum for those running at the city's at-large council seats. The recorded forum will be periodically shown on South Portland's local access television station. We hope you got your votes in on November 5th. The South Portland Cape Elizabeth Community Chamber is getting ready for Holiday Fest on December 6th. The Chamber will be joining with the City of South Portland, the Rotary, and the Waterfront Market Association for a celebration featuring horse-drawn carriages, Christmas carols, and a tree lighting at 6 p.m. This is a free event, and we encourage you to bring donations for the South Portland Food Cupboard to support those in need this holiday season. The Westbrook Gorham Community Chamber will be having its annual tree lighting ceremony on Sunday, December 1st from 4:30 to 6 p.m. in Riverbank Park. There will be an outdoor movie, hot chocolate, caroling, and a visit from Santa, as well as the tree lighting itself at 5:30. Do you dream of being a celebrity judge for a baking contest? Well, here's your chance. Join the Scarborough Community Chamber and at Biddeford Savings on December 12th for their next membership meeting to choose your favorite holiday sweet treat in the Holiday Trivia Contest. Registration is now open at portlandregion.com. We had a blast at the first PROPEL Eats of the season at the Little Tap House in Portland. PROPEL is planning their next Eats event, so stay tuned to their Facebook page and website, propelportland.org, for more information. On November 21st, PROPEL will welcome Heather Kuzi of Cairn Events Consulting as the third speaker in their lunch series, which highlights the winners of the 2013 Entreverge Awards. On October 23rd, we welcomed Michelle Newyar at SMCC to speak with us about entrepreneurship and building smart businesses here in Maine. Garbage to Gardens, Tyler, and Kendall were our featured speakers on October 30th, and they shared with us their interesting story of their path to success. On October 31st, we welcomed Paula Mahoney, president of Words at Work, to share tips with our members at our first session of Capitalizing on Connections. The event took place at Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt in South Portland, and we had 22 members in attendance. Paula spoke with the group about how to identify our company's values and translate those values into useful messages and social media content. October's Business After Hours with the Portland Marriott Sable Oaks and the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital was a huge success. To celebrate their 25th anniversary, Ed Palmer and the Marriott went all out with amazing ice sculptures, themed dessert tasting tables, and amazing hors d'oeuvres. Join us on Thursday, November 21st for the next Business After Hours with the Portland Press-Herald. This great opportunity for networking will take place at Bingus Stadium on Free Street at 5 p.m. You can register now at portlandregion.com. On November 25th from 12 to 1 p.m., the University of New England, Creative Portland, and the Portland Regional Chamber will present a special Lunch and Learn with Jeffrey Wasserstrom, Chancellor's Professor of History at the University of California, Irvine. This seminar will preview Mr. Wasserstrom's full presentation for UNE's Center for Global Humanities program, being presented on the evening of November 25th. He will discuss the challenges of getting a clear-eyed view of China at a time when it's going through rapid transformations, which have been leading to both admiring cinemania and fearful cinephobic reactions in the West. After an introduction and overview with Mr. Wasserstrom, there will be time for questions and an informal conversation about the topic. Please bring your own bag lunch. No registration is necessary for this event, and it's free for the public. You can find out more at portlandregion.com under Member Events, November. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next month. And now, here's a policy update from our CEO, Chris Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name's Chris Hall. I'm the CEO of the Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with our first policy update. On a regular basis, we're going to be bringing you information about advocacy issues from the local, the regional, and the state level that directly impact our communities and our businesses. I want to start today by taking a look at the last election. We had 5 bond issues on the ballot. Each one of them passed. All those bond issues were endorsed by the Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce's Board of Directors, and they all represent investments in our communities and in our economy. People will have questions about the level of debt, but after not having any bond issues last year, there was certainly pent-up demand for roads and bridges, for our colleges, and for our economy. So we're looking forward to the implementation of those. On the local level, we had a very close vote in South Portland on the Waterfront Protection Ordinance. The ordinance failed by about 200 votes, and the South Portland Cape Community Chamber of Commerce came out in opposition, so they were on the prevailing side of that vote. It's a tough issue. It will be back in front of the council, and I think it's very important for our members, not just in South Portland, but all through the region, to keep an eye on the operation of the waterfront in South Portland. That's the priority that we supported, and that will be our priority going forward. I want to take a look at the council elections. You know, in every one of the 8 communities that we do business in, we have great relationships with city and town councilors. And I want to congratulate all of the people who won their council races on Election Day. In Portland, John Hink, Jill Dewson, and Ed Suslovic all won re-election, or in Hink's case, election to the council. In Scarborough, Jean Marie Caterina and Bill Donovan are councilors. In Cape Elizabeth, Caitlin Jordan and Martha McCausland. In South Portland, Maxine Beecher and Tom Blake. In Gorham, Benjamin Hartwell, Matt Robinson, and Bruce Roulard all won election. And in Westbrook, we had an election for mayor. Colleen Hilton won re-election. And on the council, John O'Hara and Victor Chow. All these individuals and many others are part of the municipal government that we work with every day at the Chamber to make sure that business is being represented and business interests are being advanced all around the region. If you know any of these folks, please extend your congratulations to them as we did, and we look forward to working with all of them in the weeks and the months and the years ahead. Finally, I just want to close with a couple of words about the state budget. We had a legislative forum this morning in Falmouth. We had 4 legislators join us, and they talked a lot about the difficult time that we're going to have with the upcoming state budget. That's going to affect our property taxes, it's going to affect the quality of our schools, and it's going to affect our business climate. State policy issues are something that we have always paid careful attention to at the Portland Regional Chamber, and we're going to continue to do that. We urge you to do that as well by using these video updates as well as the materials on our website. I want to thank you for taking the time to be with us on this first edition of Policy Update. We'll be back with additional information on a regular basis, so keep watching our webpage and our YouTube page, and thank you very much for joining us.